GG's. Ooh. Alright, so we got Jonathan Joestar versus Tanjiro. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Tanjiro might have a little bit more overpowered things than Jonathan.
Tanjiro Kamado, the sun-breathing demon slayer swordsman.
Jonathan Joestar,
Sun-breathing.
the very first JoJo who ever Jojed.
These two anime monster hunters are as deadly with a blade as they are infinitely good-natured.
But don't cross them, else they might leave you breathless. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That's another thing. I forgot to use Hamon. You gotta keep your breathing right.
Daisho Japan, an era of unparalleled progress and imperial domination. But this empire had a sickness, a rot at its core. Demons. This race of superhuman cannibals originated from one being, their all-powerful progenitor, Muzan Kibutsuji.
Who spent his evenings slaughtering families and eating them, including the Kamado clan.
Though one of them fatefully
Crazy.
survived, the eldest son, Tanjiro.
Well, the good news is your sister Nezuko is alive too. Bad news is she's a demon now, so sorry, champ, I'm chalking this day up as an L.
But Tanjiro possessed the golden heart of an anime protagonist, and he devoted his life to curing Nezuko's curse and ending Muzan's evil once and for all.
So he joined the Demon Slayer Corps, a secret group of badass demon hunters with badass swords. Forged from a unique sunlight-absorbing ore, the Nichiren blade is one of the only weapons that can decapitate a demon.
Okay, now I see why they matched them up there. Matched them up against each other.
Unholy existence for good, especially when combined with the Slayer's fancy pants katana magic.
It isn't katana magic. Okay, well, it's totally katana magic, but that's not what it's called.
Yeah, it's breathing, which is so lame. Anybody can do that. Oh, God. I was wrong.
The use of breathing is crucial to real-life martial arts. Deeper breaths massage the organs below the diaphragm, relaxing your body and lowering its energy requirement, while simultaneously giving you more energy to use.
Tanjiro mastered this breathing shit so well, he could do it in his sleep, literally 24/7.
This is total concentration breathing, a technique developed by the Demon Slayers in order to massively increase their physical abilities to match their blatantly superhuman foes. Through the measured intake of oxygen, users can boost their concentration, reactions, and even manipulate the flow of their blood. This can help in slowing down poisons or speeding up the coagulation of wounds.
Which means he can...
That makes a lot more, because at first I was so confused on why they matched up Jonathan versus Tanjiro. That makes a whole lot of sense. I didn't know. It's literally basically the same thing. Hamon and that is damn near the same thing.
And use it to quickly recover in case of injury or fatigue. And Demon Slayers can combine their breathing
Demon
with their
Slayer one is
blades
a little bit better
katana
though.
magic.
Each breathing style is a separate form of sword combat. The first form Tanjiro mastered was water breathing, a flexible defensive style where a user's blade summons water to slice like a raging current.
Tanjiro's literal boneheaded stubbornness made him a prodigy demon slayer in no time.
He proved to be a tactical genius in combat, able to discern an opponent's weaknesses and exploit them in the heat of the moment. It was almost as if demon slaying was in his very blood.
Because it was! Hundreds of years ago, the creator of the very first breathing style taught this knowledge to Tanjiro's ancestors, who passed it down to Tanjiro himself.
This was the dance of the fire god, the Hinokami Kagura, sun breathing.
With sun breathing, Tanjiro's sword bursts into godlike flames that slow a demon's healing factor and can turn into a wicked fire dragon.
Sun breathing increases Tanjiro's speed and power, but at a cost. It will quickly tire him out, and overuse could severely debilitate him.
Which can also turn on this really distracting birthmark on his forehead.
Through intense stress and exertion, Tanjiro can activate this Demon Slayer mark, which boosts his already crazy strength and speed even further.
And gives him access to the see-through world. Basically, it slows down time for Tanjiro and gives him x-ray vision.
This allows him
What
such
the
a precise understanding of his opponent's muscle movements that he can predict their future actions, sort of like a spider sense. He can even do the same with just his sense of smell. No Demon Slayer mark needed. Not only can his nose detect people from hundreds of yards away, it lets him find an opponent's opening in battle even easier than before.
You'd think being an anime swordsman would make Tanjiro even edgier than his blade, but he's basically the group mom, with an innocent little cherub sweetness matched only by his raw badassery.
Tanjiro is tough enough to survive being stabbed in the stomach, fast enough to dodge lightning, and strong enough to slice through and derail a literal demon train.
That demon turned himself into a train, Wiz!
Damn.
Funniest shit I've ever seen. And this demon, Doma, was able to freeze the air into this giant ice statue in only a few seconds. That takes a lot of energy.
And Tanjiro's managed to keep up with similarly powerful demons like Hantengu, Akaza, and eventually the strongest of them all, Muzan himself.
With the help of his friends, of course.
It would take all their efforts and countless sacrifices, but Tanjiro and the Demon Slayers would continue to fight to realize their dream of a world that is safe for humanity, and whatever Inosuke is.
Alright, yeah, based on that description, I'm not gonna lie, Tanjiro might have this. He might have this in his bag. That's damn.
Victorian England, an infamously shit-tastic time to be alive.
In an effort to take the Joestar fortune for himself, Jonathan's new brother Dio dedicated his life to breaking Jonathan emotionally, turning him into a docile puppet.
I don't think beating the living piss out of Dio was gentle, but it sure was satisfying. Too bad.
Hell yeah.
With Dio now bent on world domination, Jonathan would need more than his righteous fist to save the day.
Yeah, he needed a creepy floating Italian man that punches frogs. with the
R.P.
power of the
Zeppeli.
An ancient martial art designed specifically to do battle against vampires like Dio. Through their breaths, Hamon users can blast a hot electric ripple out of their bodies and flood it into their opponents. Huh.
That's what Haman means in English. The ripple. Man, if I had a nickel for every anime protagonist who killed monsters with the power of breathing, well, that'd be 2 nickels. But let's agree, it's weird that it happened twice.
Hamon energy massively increases a user's physical abilities and allows them to disintegrate vampires with a single punch. In order to fight Dio, Zeppeli taught Jonathan everything he knew.
Like the zoom punch.
Bro, I don't think Hamon works on humans though. I really don't think this shit works on humans.
Where Jonathan stretches his arm and punches an opponent from far away like he jumped on a gum-gum fruit. He does this by using the ripple to dull the pain of dislocating his shoulder before snapping it back. That might sound crazy, but there are real-life examples of breathing basically giving people superpowers.
Like the Dutch adventurer Wim Hof, who can survive being nearly totally submerged in ice water for almost 2 hours. Through forced exhalation, Hof drops his oxygen levels in order to supercharge his body's thermoregulation and release euphoric chemicals to numb the pain, just like the Zoom Punch.
Mod is basically just like the Eastern idea of Chi, voila! Which is circulated through the body by, what else? Breathing. And just like Chi, he can do lots of crazy shit.
Like walking on water, magnetizing plants, or controlling an enemy's muscles. It can even be transferred through solid surfaces like metal.
And he can catch his fists on fire and slam you senseless with his patented Sunlight Yellow Overdrive. It'll leave any monster smiling and satisfied.
Jonathan took these skills as he, Zeppeli, and the definitely not just there for exposition Speedwagon invaded Dio's domain and waged war against an army of bloodthirsty zombies.
Including Dio's right-hand monsters, Bruford and Tarkus. Tarkus was strong enough to rip entire boulders out of the ground and slice through a cliff with one swing. He can even snap JoJo's neck and cut our old pal Zeppeli in half. Rest in peace, creepy floating Italian man.
R.P. Zeppeli.
The mentor. Hope none of your relatives die horrifying deaths too.
Before succumbing,
Yeah, bro, why would y'all sneak Caesar in there like that, bro? Come on, bro. Y'all wildin'.
Zeppeli's last act was to pass his ripple onto Jonathan, not only allowing him to heal his own broken neck, but also combine their energies together.
And making JoJo strong enough to cut through Tarkus's giant arm. Not with his nifty new sword, Pluck. With his bare goddamn.
With this power boost, Jonathan faced Dio once and for all, and fisted him with his raging hot...
Wait a minute. Fisted him is crazy. Bro, you could have said punched him. The fuck?
ripple. Wait.
Now, Fisted Dio was pretty impressive, considering
Yo,
Dio could
y'all keep saying that. Just say punched him.
later fight faster-than-light stands like Star Platinum. Hell, even other Ripple users like Joseph can dodge beams of light too.
But more than his strength or speed, or even Haman, Jonathan's greatest strength was always his intelligence and unstoppable determination. It was that burning drive for justice that defeated Dio all those years ago, and the same one that defeated him again. But this victory was bittersweet.
He may be built like a brick shithouse, but Jonathan's got the personality of a golden retriever. Even after everything Dio did to him, all the lies and abuse and dad murder, Jonathan still loved him like a brother and still cried those hot, wet 80s man-made tears.
And even after Dio returned on Jonathan's wedding night to murder him and steal his body, Jonathan sacrificed himself so his wife and unborn child could escape. But
Bro, I can't stand Dio, bro. I can't stand that motherfucker.
he did not die in vain. His bloodline would continue throughout the ages,
Hell
spawning
yeah.
a line of illustrious and bizarre heroes who would crush Dio's plans and save the universe.
And they all had one thing in common. His name, JoJo. Wait, is the Ripple is
Damn. Alright, yeah, okay. I ain't gonna lie. With both of those powers described, bro, as much as I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I still feel like Tanjiro got it, bro.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Babbel.
For most of us,
Connecting in a deeper way with your family, or just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language lessons that you'll actually use in the real world.
Babbel's 15-minute lessons make it the perfect way to learn a new language on the go. And you can choose from 14 different languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German.
Plus, Babbel's speech recognition technology helps you to improve your pronunciation and accent.
There are so many ways to learn with Babbel. In addition to lessons, you can access podcasts, games, videos, stories, and even live classes. Plus, it comes with a 20-day money-back guarantee.
Right now, save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/deathbattle. That's babbel.com/deathbattle for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Step aside! I've sworn to slay all of Dio's demonic minions.
I don't know who you are, but you better leave her alone.
You poor wretch.
Bro, I thought she been ran away. What the
this
fuck?
harpy's insidious mind control. On my honor, as a gentleman, I will free you.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Did you bump your head?
GG's.
Total concentration.
GG's.
Most unorthodox. You fight with valor, noble swordsman, but I know the burning passion of my heart.
Oh.
Aw, he's kind of adorable. Like a puppy. I wonder if he has a caretaker nearby.
You're mine.
GG's.
Valiant footwork.
Oh yeah, he like that. Don't underestimate Jonathan.
No kamikaze.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. So far, Jonathan cooking, bro. He doing way better than I thought. Not gonna lie to you.
Nice try. Incredible. You could teach me a thing or two. Scarlet Overdrive!
Teed up on you with the hammer on.
His breathing is carrying some kind of energy. Like me. And that means I know how to stop him.
He's focusing on my neck. Does he know? Metal Silver Overdrive!
That overdrive gonna get him. GG's. Yup. GG's.
Did he dodge?
Ooh. Oh. Nah, okay. I forgot that boy Jonathan was a powerhouse, bro. 10 nigga did get shot in the throat with 2 laser beams, bro. He still fought. Yeah. I underestimated Jonathan, bro.
My sister.
On my honor as a gentleman, I will protect her with my life.
Bro, y'all literally just sat there and fought. Y'all could have been, bro. Y'all could have been explaining this shit to each other. Now y'all sobbing to each other. Damn, bro. Bro, that, oh my goodness, bro. Okay, Jonathan proved me wrong, bro. I ain't know he was that much of a damn powerhouse. I thought Tanjiro was going to cook him just because the way they explained it. I ain't gonna lie, that was a clean ass battle. I thought Tanjiro was going to win, even though I don't know nothing about the anime. I don't know why I was rooting for Tanjiro. Y'all like this video, y'all go ahead, comment some more death battles, and I'm out of there.